Can Bitcoin protect your assets from lawsuits? It's a question I hear all the time. In fact, a client once asked me, if I just move my Bitcoin into a cold wallet, doesn't that make it untouchable? Nope. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly why that's one of the most dangerous assumptions a high net worth individual can make. Whether you hold crypto, cash, stock, gold, or all of the above, I'm going to show you what does protect your assets from lawsuits or divorce. Hint, it's not a USB stick buried in your backyard, but it does involve a trust 7,000 miles offshore and a legal firewall that U.S. courts can't touch. This is the business guy, the CEO of the Lawyers Limited Law Firm and Asset Protection Planners. We've had, I believe, over 141,000 clients now shield their wealth from predators legally. And I've had millions of dollars pass through my own crypto wallet, and I love it as a payment method. So if you're a business owner, investor, or professional with a target on your back, you're in the right place. And before someone tries to take what you've earned, let's give you real tools that work. And hey, if you value insights like this, take a second, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. We give you powerful legal strategies to protect what's yours. Let's address the myth head on. There's a narrative floating around in the crypto world that says, because Bitcoin is decentralized, it's lawsuit proof. Now I get it, on the surface it makes sense. No government controls it. It doesn't sit in a traditional bank. You can hold onto a hardware wallet or even memorize the seed phrase. Sounds untraceable, right? Wrong. Let's say someone sues you. You lose the case. The judge signs a court order demanding you turn over assets to satisfy the judgment. And that includes crypto. So what happens if you don't comply? You're in contempt of court. That's not a slap on the wrist. That's jail time. And don't think you'll get away with saying, oh, I lost my seed phrase. Listen, judges have heard that one before, and if they believe you're playing games, they can keep you in contempt indefinitely. In some cases, it's effectively debtor's prison. So you think your Bitcoin is safe in your wallet? It's not the technology they're after, it's you. Let me give you a real example. In 2022, a Florida man was ordered to turn over more than $5 million in Bitcoin in a civil lawsuit involving a business dispute. He told the courts he forgot his passwords. The judge didn't buy it. I mean, they see this all the time. I mean, they see this over and over again for years and years, and they can tell. And he was held in contempt and jailed. Same story in Colorado, a different guy, different crypto. Lost the case, tried to hide his coins. The court threatened indefinite detention until he complied. So see the pattern? Crypto might be decentralized, but you're not. You have a driver's license, a home address, you're visible, and a judge only has to lean on you, not your wallet, to make you comply. So no, crypto doesn't protect you from lawsuits. It might delay the process, but it does not make you judgment proof. Now let's talk about the illusion of privacy. People say, well, it's anonymous. Nobody can see my holdings. Well, that's partially true, but dangerously misunderstood. Crypto is pseudonymous, not anonymous. Every transaction is etched into a public ledger. Investigators can follow those breadcrumbs, and with tools like chain analysis, they often do. Let's say your wallet gets doxed. Suddenly, every transfer, every balance, every coin is visible. Once your identity is linked to your wallet, even years later, it's game over. Even privacy coins like Monero are coming under increasing scrutiny. Governments and forensic firms are getting better and better at tracking them. And coupled with AI becoming smarter than us, it's game over if you're trying to hide something. So privacy isn't protection. I always tell people you can't hide your way out of a lawsuit. You can't hide your way out of a judgment. And when courts get involved, your secrets don't shield you. Okay, so now we've talked about what doesn't work. Let's talk about what does, because there's a legal structure that, when done properly, puts your assets beyond the reach of the courts, and it's called a Cook Islands Asset Protection Trust. And we could do a domestic trust, but the problem is that's under the jurisdiction of the domestic courts. The trustee is under the jurisdiction of the domestic courts, so the assets are under their jurisdiction. But a Cook Islands Trust is different, and here's how it works. We create a Cook Islands Trust. The Cook Islands are south of Hawaii. We set up a Cook Islands Trust for you, a legal entity that's outside the U.S. jurisdiction. Now keep in mind, we have clients all over the world, so this isn't just for U.S. clients. We can help clients internationally as well. Inside the trust, we place a Cook Islands LLC, and this is the key. You're the manager of that LLC, meaning that you retain control over your assets while the waters are calm. Want to trade your crypto? You can't. Move it into a Swiss vault? Go for it. Buy gold, stocks, no problem. When a lawsuit strikes, that's when the power kicks in. That's when our licensed bonded trustee company law firm in the Cook Islands steps in to shield you. They can replace you as manager temporarily, stepping in to protect you, which is exactly what makes it lawsuit-proof. Because if you don't control it, U.S. judges can't force you to hand it over. In foreign trustee company law firms in the Cook Islands, they don't answer to U.S. courts, and this is what real protection looks like. So why the Cook Islands? Because it has the strongest asset protection laws in the world. Here's what makes it so powerful: the statute of limitations. Once you move your assets into the trust, the creditor only has 1 to 2 years to file a claim in the Cook Islands. And even if they beat the clock, they're still going to lose. After that, you're untouchable because the courts won't even hear the case. Next, burden of proof. Even if they do file in time, the burden of proof is on the creditor to prove a case beyond a reasonable doubt that the transfer was fraudulent. And that's such a high level, that's a criminal level standard in civil court. So see it like this: 51 to 49%, for example, but a criminal level is about 97 to 3%. So the odds are definitely in your favor, especially for a civil case. Next, no contingency fees. Plaintiffs' attorneys can't take cases on a contingency in the Cook Islands. That alone scares most of them off. Next, physical presence required. A creditor must litigate in the Cook Islands with a local attorney. That's expensive, time-consuming, and a deterrent by itself. So if somebody wants to come after your crypto, your stocks, your gold, or other assets, they'd have to do it on your turf, not theirs. Let's talk crypto custody. You might be wondering, where do I put my assets once they're in the trust? And that's a good question. So here's an insider tip. Do I have your full attention? Good. US-based crypto exchanges are under the jurisdiction of US courts. So a US crypto exchange or a foreign crypto exchange with US assets put your cryptocurrency at risk because the courts can simply order the exchange house to turn over your funds. So that's why we work with Swiss banks that do not have corresponding US branches that can custody your crypto legally and securely within your Cook Islands LLC that's inside of your Cook Islands Trust. Not only that, they can hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other approved digital currencies, precious metals like gold and silver, US dollars, euros, and other fiat currencies. Equities. That is stock, including US and foreign stock, bonds, and structured notes. This isn't theory, this is real infrastructure. Your Cook Islands LLC can open accounts with these institutions. You retain control while things are calm. When legal action hits, your trustee company law firm can step in to protect you. So think of it like an armored vault inside a legal fortress on an island the US can't touch. Okay, so let's walk through what happens in a lawsuit scenario. Say you're a real estate investor, you're hit with a $3 million judgment from a tenant injury claim, one that your insurance denied. You hold $2 million in Bitcoin on a hardware wallet. Your attorney tells you to turn it over. And you say, I transferred it to my Cook Islands Trust before the lawsuit hit. Guess what? You're protected. Even if the judge threatens contempt, you can truthfully say you no longer control it. And because the trustee is offshore, obligated to protect the trust's assets, they won't comply with U.S. court orders. You stay protected, you don't go to jail, and your wealth stays intact. Okay, so now you say, how can I trust the trustee company law firm? Great question. In a properly structured Cook Islands trust, and we've set up more of them than anybody in the world, the trustee can't just take your assets. They're legally bound by the trust agreement, which clearly outlines how the trust assets must be managed for your benefit. Now first, as we said, we initially set up the trust with an LLC inside that holds the bank account. You're the only manager of the LLC and the signatory on the bank account and the crypto account for that matter. Only if the funds are threatened does the trust company step in to protect you as LLC manager. So it goes like this. Now pay attention here. Either the courts will take your money 100% with certainty versus a licensed bonded trust company that has never taken clients' funds can step in to protect you. So where are your odds better? A 100% chance of the courts taking your money or a licensed bonded trustee in the most reputable jurisdiction in the world stepping in to protect you? Second, our reputable trustees in the Cook Islands are licensed, regulated, bonded, and audited. They have the legal and fiduciary duty to act in your best interest. If they violate that duty, they risk losing their license, facing lawsuits, and even criminal charges. And we've never seen that happen. I've been setting up trusts in the Cook Islands. Like I said, I've set up more of them than anybody in the world, and I've been doing it for almost 30 years. Also, most high-level trusts, like the ones we set up, include multiple layers of protection, such as requiring the trustee to follow specific written instructions, only allowing action under certain conditions, or giving you the power to replace the trustee with another trustee company. So the bottom line is, you don't lose control, you gain protection with legal guardrails to prevent abuse. Okay, so here's a warning. Timing matters. Asset protection is like fire insurance. You don't wait until the house is burning. If you transfer your crypto after a lawsuit is filed or a judgment is entered, you may run into fraudulent conveyance issues. Now, we can still protect you even after you've been sued, but it presents extra challenges and extra court scrutiny. So we can still do it, but remember, it's best to do it beforehand. If you set up your trust before any legal trouble arises, when the skies are still blue, you're protected by the strongest laws on earth. So don't wait for the subpoena to show up at your door. Instead, plan now. So let me give you some actionable steps. Step number 1, inventory your holdings. How much do you have in crypto, stocks, real estate, gold? Make a list. Step 2, evaluate your risk. Are you a high-income professional, a real estate investor, a business owner? If somebody sued you today, could they take it? Step number 3, structure your protection. And that's where we come in. At Asset Protection Planners, we set up your Cook Islands Trust, we form your Cook Islands LLC, and we coordinate with the Swiss banks and the legal experts. You stay in control while things are good, and we step in to protect you when things go bad. So you can visit assetprotectionplanners.com. There's a lot of free information there. There's also a free consultation form if you're serious and not just curious, right there on the homepage, and we'll walk you through the best strategy for your particular situation. So let me ask you something. If you lost your assets, crypto or otherwise, tomorrow, how long would it take to rebuild? How many years of work, investments, stress, and sleepless nights would be wiped away? That's the real cost of doing nothing. One lawsuit, one angry ex-partner, one accident where you're sued for more than your insurance covers, just one. That's all it takes. It doesn't matter how well you've invested. If you're not protected, you're exposed. And crypto isn't protection. It's just digital assets. It's a tool like cash, like stocks. It can be housed inside of the right structure, and it can be protected. Otherwise, it's just a target. So let's recap. Can crypto protect you from lawsuits? No, it can be traced, seized, and demanded by the courts. Can a Cook Islands Trust with a Cook Islands LLC protect crypto? The answer is yes, absolutely. Can Swiss banks house crypto within the legal structure? And the answer is yes, securely and legally. And most importantly, you stay protected when it counts. This isn't about hiding, it's about shielding. It's about building a financial fortress that no lawyer can breach, so you can focus on growing your wealth, not defending it. I'm the CEO of the Lawyers Limited Law Firm and Asset Protection Planners. If you got something worth protecting, now's the time. Don't wait for the lawsuit. Build your wall before the arrows fly. You can visit assetprotectionplanners.com to start your asset protection strategy today. And if you found this helpful, you can go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We've got more insights coming your way. So thanks for watching and stay protected.